When we look at our lives, we often think we must carry everything by ourselves. Many people feel they have to be strong, independent, and solve their problems alone. This way of thinking is common, especially in modern life. But in the spiritual path, this idea can become a heavy burden. Human beings are not made to be alone. We are naturally connected. From the moment we are born, we need others. As we grow older, we still need support, not only physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. The journey of life, especially when we search for deeper meaning, is not easy. There are moments of confusion, sadness, or even fear. In these moments, having someone who understands us can make a big difference. In Buddhism, we speak of the sangha. This is the community of people who walk the path together. It is not only monks or religious people. It can be anyone who shares a sincere heart and wishes to grow. The sangha is not perfect, and it does not need to be. What matters is the connection, the feeling that we are not walking alone. Sometimes, a simple conversation, a quiet presence, or even a kind smile can remind us that we are not isolated. The support of another person can help us see more clearly. They may not have all the answers, but their presence can give us strength to keep going. There is a quiet power in walking beside someone. It brings a feeling of safety. It tells us, you are not strange, you are not broken, you are simply human. And this message helps us relax. It allows us to breathe more gently and continue with soft steps. Even if we enjoy being alone sometimes, we all have moments when the heart becomes tired. At these times, remembering that others are on their own path too gives us hope. We don't have to do everything alone. We are part of something greater, a shared journey where each person's light can guide the next. This is why we cannot walk alone, because walking together brings us back to our true nature, connected, warm, and alive. In life, many people come and go. Some stay for a short time. Others walk beside us for many years. But not everyone we meet can truly support our inner journey. It is important to learn how to recognize the kind of companionship that helps us grow. A true companion is not someone who always agrees with us. They are not perfect or wise in every way. But they carry a quiet honesty. They care, not because they want to change us, but because they see our efforts and respect our path. When we are with them, we feel safe to be ourselves. We do not have to pretend. These kinds of people often listen more than they speak. They are not quick to judge. They may not give advice, but their presence helps us feel calm. We feel lighter just by being near them. This is a sign that the connection is real. It is not based on what we can give each other, but on something deeper, a shared understanding that we are both walking towards something greater than ourselves. Sometimes, we may be surprised by who becomes a true companion. It could be someone we meet in passing, someone we didn't expect. The outer appearance or background does not matter. What matters is the feeling of honesty, kindness, and shared direction. To recognize this, we need to pay attention. How do we feel after spending time with someone? Do we feel clearer, more centered, more ourselves? Or do we feel tired, confused, or judged? Our inner response is often the best guide. We can also become this kind of person for others. When we are calm and open, we create space for others to feel safe too. We do not need to be experts. We just need to be sincere. In this way, we attract others who are also sincere. True companionship is not about fixing each other. It is about walking together without fear. It is about allowing silence to speak when words are not enough. And it is about knowing, deep inside, that we are not alone in what we seek. This kind of companionship is rare, but when we find it, it becomes one of the most precious parts of the journey. On the spiritual path, we all face moments when we feel stuck. Sometimes we lose direction. Other times, we simply feel tired inside. In those times, a kind word or a gentle reminder from someone walking beside us can be powerful. This is the quiet power of mutual encouragement. Encouragement does not always come as big emotional words. It can be small and simple. A look that says, "I see you." A message that says, "I'm still here." These little things can go deep into the heart. They remind us that we are not forgotten. They remind us that we are still moving, even if the steps feel slow. When two people share a common direction, they can lift each other without effort. Sometimes one is strong, sometimes the other. The balance shifts naturally. You don't have to ask for help. It comes in a natural, soft way. This kind of support doesn't create dependence. It gives energy, not pressure. It invites us to keep going. Often we don't realize how much our own presence helps others. By simply continuing, by staying sincere, we encourage those around us. We do not need to give perfect answers. Just our quiet effort can be a light for someone else. This shared encouragement also helps us face difficulties. When we are alone, a small problem can feel like a mountain. But when someone walks beside us, the same mountain feels smaller. We may still have to climb, but we no longer feel so heavy. We are reminded that difficulty is part of the journey, not a sign of failure. There is a special strength that comes from being understood without needing to explain everything. When we are with someone who also walks the path, they feel what we feel. They may not know our exact story, but they understand the heart of it. In that shared space, encouragement becomes more than words. It becomes a silent agreement. Let's keep going, together. Over time, this mutual support becomes a steady rhythm, like two people walking in step, helping each other without force. It creates trust. It brings peace. And it makes the path, though still full of challenges, feel more beautiful and full of meaning. When people walk together on a deep journey, they need a space where they feel safe. Not just safe from harm, but safe to be honest, safe to be weak, safe to show who they really are. This kind of space does not appear by chance. It must be created with care, and it grows slowly, like a garden. Trust is the first seed. Without trust, we cannot open our hearts. We may smile and speak, but we stay guarded inside. To build trust, we must be patient. We listen more than we speak. We don't rush to fix others. We allow people to share at their own pace, in their own way. And we keep their words with respect, like something delicate and precious. Kindness is the sunlight that helps the seed grow. It is not loud or dramatic. True kindness is quiet, steady, and without conditions. It sees the person, not their mistakes. It welcomes them, not for what they do, but simply for who they are. When people feel this kind of kindness, they begin to relax. They begin to feel that they belong. In a space of trust and kindness, people do not have to hide their pain. They don't have to pretend to be strong. And because of this, healing begins. Not through advice or control, but through presence. Just being accepted as we are can be the beginning of deep transformation. This kind of space is not only for spiritual groups. It can exist between two friends, within a family, or even in a quiet conversation with a stranger. Whenever we bring trust and kindness into a moment, we open the door to something sacred. To create this space, we must also include ourselves. Many people are kind to others, but harsh toward themselves. If we wish to walk with others, we must learn to hold our own hearts gently. This balance is important. It helps us stay open without losing our center. Over time, these spaces become like small temples, places where people can breathe, rest, and remember who they truly are. In a world that often feels cold or fast, these spaces shine like warm lights in the night. And perhaps just one small light is enough to guide someone home. As we walk through life, we are often told to be strong, to stand alone, and to always keep moving forward. But there is a quiet truth that many people discover over time. Real strength comes from connection. It comes from knowing that we are part of something greater, something made of gentle hearts and shared steps. Even when the road feels uncertain or the days feel heavy, we can return to this truth. We are not walking alone. Somewhere, someone else is also taking careful steps, facing their own inner world, learning and growing just like you. And in this shared journey, something beautiful appears, a sense of peace that does not depend on having all the answers. In daily life, we can carry this peace with us, in our words, in our actions, in the way we look at others. A small act of honesty, a little patience, or a soft voice can make a deep impact. We may never know how much it means to someone else, but these quiet moments create ripples that reach far beyond what we can see. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message has touched your heart, I am truly grateful. It means a lot to know that these words can travel across distance and language and still find their way into someone's day. To those who have left kind comments, liked the video, subscribed to this channel, or sent a super thanks, please know that your support is deeply appreciated. Each gesture, no matter how small it may seem, helps this space continue and grow. You are part of this journey, and your presence matters. If you feel that this message may help someone else, feel free to share it. Sometimes, a quiet voice at the right moment can be just what another heart needs. May the days ahead bring you softness, steady steps, and the warmth of knowing you are not alone. Wherever you are in your journey, may you always find the light of connection, both within yourself and in the gentle presence of others. Thank you again, and until next time, take care.